Crypto Space is back with another Nemesis update for you guys. Nemesis right now sitting at 2.2 mil market cap, 11% up on the 24-hour time frame. Again, Nemesis project that I spoke about a while ago. It's actually holding up well against the rest of the market. There's there's positive price action, and then you see people taking profits like instantly, right? And that's not only Nemesis that is like that. That is a ton of other projects as well. It is, in my opinion, very tough time to be a market participant in crypto. People think that we're going into a bear market this year, and if you think it's bearish now, if you think it's bad now, a bear market is going to be next level terrible. So, as always, I tell you guys to just manage your risk. Manage your risk. Don't overinvest. Because you never know, right? Never invest an amount that you're not willing to lose, right? Because the market is very unpredictable, right? For example, if Bitcoin enters a bear market this year, everything you see in the market is going to drop another 90% easily. They will drop another 90%. So you have to be prepared for that. I don't want to think that would be the case for Nemesis, but it really is just dependent on Bitcoin. Even if the project has the best utility, is generating a ton of revenue, that does not matter if Bitcoin tanks, right? So if Bitcoin crashes. So if that does not take place though, and 2026 is bullish, I think Nemesis is in a good spot right here. Personally, I think Nemesis is $100 million token, if not more, right? 100 million market cap for Nemesis, I think, is very possible. Or at least, to be, conservative, 50 mil market cap. Remember, this is back through District XYZ, with District XYZ is backed by A16Z, right? One of the best investment funds in stocks and crypto, just one of the best investment funds altogether, right? So if you were betting on the success of a project, you'd bet on investors that have already been wildly successful, right? So I don't think District XYZ would let a project, well, not necessarily them let a project fail. I don't think their investment thesis would be wrong, right? Because they've invested in Nemesis through A16Z. So I think this is a great bet to make. And again, you don't have to break the bank here. You could just buy 100,000 tokens, which is right now at the time $226, right? $226 gets you 100,000 Nemesis tokens. And if you see 50 mil market cap, that's going to be $5,000. 100 mil market cap is going to be $10,000, which is very realistic in my opinion. And I think this project, eventually when they release their utility, when the Omni DEX goes live, this is going to be something revolutionary. It's going to be something one of its kind. If you take a look at their X, for example, they had a comparison to the Omni DEX versus the typical AMM, like Uniswap and Aerodrome, for example. So traditional AMMs are only one direction. They're trading fees only. No native shorts, no leverage. And Nemesis OMM, the omnidirectional DEX, is, again, omnidirectional, meaning like it could trade through a vast majority of projects that you would not expect. There's trading fees plus interest income. There's native longs and shorts and native leverage, right? So again, I think it's a great utility. Still waiting for the product to be released, at least the test net to be released, so we could really get the ball rolling, because the ball will really start to roll when the utility of the project is starting to make revenue for the Nemesis company and team, right? Because when they start to make revenue, then you could see, maybe more exchange listings. Their revenue could be used for like buybacks and burns, etc. Right? So a lot more could be done. Marketing as well could be used with the revenue, for example. And then Omni Perp DEX. And Omni Perp DEX could rival, the Uniswaps, Hyperliquids, Asters, Aerodromes of the world. And even if it doesn't get to that level of success, even 50 mil to 100 mil market cap, in my opinion, is very realistic. So As always, none of this is financial advice, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.